Hey everybody, thanks for watching. In this chemistry lesson, we're talking about drawing molecules using the structural formula. There's actually several different ways to draw molecules. Chemists use different methods at different times depending on what information needs to be communicated. You've seen before how we can draw molecules by including all of the electrons in the valence shells. If you're used to that, you'll like this method because it's much easier. So here's an explanation of what it means to draw the structural formula. The structural formula simply uses the element symbol, that's a letter, and lines to represent shared electrons. And each line represents a pair of electrons, so that's two electrons, shared between the atoms. The best way to demonstrate this is just to give you an example. We'll begin with this example, drawing the structural formula of a water molecule, H2O. We'll start by just drawing the letter O in the center because in the molecule, the oxygen atom is in the center. But rather than drawing the valence shells and all of those electrons, we'll begin by drawing in one hydrogen atom over here and the other hydrogen atom on the other side. Now, what do? All we have to do is draw lines indicating that the hydrogen atoms are bonded by a single covalent bond to the oxygen atom. We don't draw individual electrons, we just draw the element symbols, that's the O and the H's, and then draw lines between them at the appropriate place to indicate these are single covalent bonds. So in other words, you can think of each of these lines as representing one pair of electrons. Here's another example that's a little different in an important way. This time we're going to draw the structural formula of carbon dioxide. That's CO2. Once again, we'll begin by drawing the center atom in this molecule, which is carbon. Then we'll draw an oxygen on one side and an oxygen on the other side. Notice we're not drawing the nucleus, we're not drawing the valence shells or any electrons. We're just writing in the letters, that's the element symbol, at the appropriate places. The thing that makes carbon dioxide different is these are not single bonds, these are double bonds. So we need to draw two lines on each side indicating that these oxygen atoms are connected to the carbon atom by double bonds. And that's all there is to it. This is a very simple way of drawing the structural formula for molecules. Here's another example. This time let's draw the structural formula for an ammonium molecule. That's NH3. If you want to, review your previous notes and try to draw this one on your own. This is another molecule where we have a central atom at the middle of the molecule, and in this case, it's nitrogen. So we'll draw the letter N in the center, representing the nitrogen. Then we need to distribute the three hydrogen atoms around that central atom. So we'll draw our three hydrogen atoms, and then we need to connect those hydrogen atoms to the nitrogen atom by a single line, which represents these single bonds, just a single shared pair of electrons between the atoms. Here's another example that's significantly more complicated. We're going to draw the structural formula of a propane molecule. That's C3H8. I think it'll be easiest if I just show you how to draw this one. The core of this molecule is a chain of three carbon atoms. A carbon, another carbon atom, and another carbon atom, all connected end to end by a single covalent bond. That is one shared pair of electrons between each of these carbon atoms. And then surrounding this chain of carbon atoms is 8 hydrogen atoms connected by way of single bonds. That is a single shared pair of electrons. So this is what we call the structural formula of propane. And you can see why these structural formulas are really helpful because they actually tell us something about the arrangement of these individual atoms within the molecule. Thanks for watching. As always, post all of your comments and questions down in the comment section below. Thanks.